Shalom, 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 family. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. Peace, power, and blessings to the Father of Lights, Yahweh, and his beloved Son, Yahushai. And peace and power to the throne of King David, to the sons, daughters, and the elect of Israel. All praises. Was able to get out a little early today, and we at triple digits now. So we gotta thug it out, all right, for the next couple of months. And it gets so hot, y'all. Can't see straight sometimes. So damn hot out here. Wanted to get out here yesterday, and whoo, I just went out for a little while, man. And time I got back in the house more, I sat in my chair and I was gone. Next thing I woke up, it was 3 o'clock. They was gone. But this train is going, y'all. This train is going. All right, man. I want to show y'all this real quick. All right. Sometimes I feel like opening up a podcast. Check this out, man. There's so much interesting stuff out here. Listen to this.
The order. But this time, the army told him no. Trump gave the order. But this time, the army told him no. What just happened in California is historic. General Mark Mellon, one of the most powerful in the country, broke the silence live and issued a direct warning to the president. I will not be part of this injustice. I will not lend him my troops to attack immigrants. And if he dares to cross the line, he faces me. Thus, without filter, the declaration caused a real political storm. Trump thought he could use the military to impose fear, but what he did was to raise a wave of resistance within his own country. The general went even further. He said Trump's policies violate fundamental principles of the Constitution, and that if the president continues this persecution, the military will take drastic measures to protect the nation. Nothing like this had ever been seen before. A general facing a president for defending immigrants. The message is clear. Neither arms, nor power, nor money can be used against a united people. And this time, not even the army remained silent. Trump gave the order, but this time, the army told him no.
So, let me show y'all what's going on, man. This is a real mess, okay? So, I told y'all, I think last video, why they could do this, right? It's the booyah. You're no longer considered a human. So now they can do with you whatever they want. This is basically another notch on the belt for the prison system, because all of these private prisons are going to make money off this. By each inmate, they get paid. So now by you being cattle, every person that ICE drags in, they get paid. They make money off you, okay? So what happened was, if y'all notice, all right, Gavin Newsom, who is a Democrat, California is a blue state, Democratic state, which Trump hates. He hates all Democratic states because the Democrats are the ones that went on him extra hard, right? So what happened now? So he knew that the Latino community is a very large, vast amount of Latinos in Los Angeles, all right? That's what it stands for, basically. It doesn't stand for Latinos, but Los Angeles stands for the city of lost angels, all right? This is the highest concentration of Northern and Southern Kingdom, all right? But Northern and Southern Kingdom don't get along. See, but if you notice, they're not messing with us right now, all right? That time is going to come, and that's when they're going to get the nasty surprise. But till then, it's Jacob's trouble now. So it's time for the Northern Kingdom to start getting bopped on for their disobedience to the Most High and for being idolaters and everything else, right? Fine. Biden let all these Venezuelans in, and Issachar and everybody, let them all in the country free of charge, right? So now that they're here, Trump is getting ready to mass deport them. But the thing is, America has gotten dependent on the labor. The jobs that they was doing, ain't nobody else gonna do them. Ain't nobody gonna be out there picking strawberries and blueberries and no hot ass sun for no 12 hours a day for no $10 an hour? Who? Shit. No, they ain't. See? That was for Sancho and them. So, Trump is trying to get all of them out of here. Now, what he did was, all right, I got some shit to break down to y'all. This is stuff that y'all need to know if you don't know it. If you know it, cool. If not, sit back and learn it, man, because you really need to know. A lot of y'all don't keep up with anything. All right? California is a blue state. All right? Democrats. Gavin Newsom is a Democratic governor. All right? Now, him and Trump are bumping heads right now. See, Gavin Newsom made California a sanctuary state where Trump is, quote unquote, unable to send ICE agents to deport immigrants. But see, nobody's telling. I mean, I'm sure he knows this, but they cannot put it out publicly. All right? That booyah is what made him able to do it. All right? It made you illegal even if you was legal. This is how they doing it. This is how they going, fishing people out and all that, because you're no longer considered human. Do you know that they just shot some tear gas in this woman's car? She was pregnant and she had a child in there. They shot the tear gas in the car and dragged her out pregnant. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. All right? But why can't they do anything? Because they know. They know. If you're here illegally, they can do it. And if you're here legally and you booyah'd up, they can do it. That's how it's going. Nobody's ever going to say that. All right? But I do have a video that this other cat, he's a Muslim, but this dude's sharp as a fucking rat turd. Name is Shahid Bosin. If I get a chance, I'm going to put that video up to let you hear some of the things he said. And he said it. He said this is a corporate move to make money. All right? They make money off of these people when they go to jail and when they deport them. They get paid big money. See? So that prison, industrial prison complex, that's who's getting paid. And they said they want to run it like Amazon. You know what that means? That means you're no longer a person. You're a package. You're an item, like a vacuum cleaner or a toaster. They make money off of you when they capture your ass. That's why it don't matter who they get. And Trump just said, Biden was the one that signed it into law that you can deport American citizens. But they had to get the booyah out the way first, see? Now, if you're not booyah'd up, you ain't going to be on that list. This was all a big-ass ploy. Now, back to California. The federal government, all right, the National Guard is under the command and jurisdiction of the governor, okay? The governor is the one that decides whether or not to deploy the National Guard, all right, in case of emergency situations, okay? Now, Trump has no authority over the National Guard, but because it's interfering with ICE deporting these illegals and legals, Trump overrode Newsom and deployed the National Guard. But guess what? When the National Guard got here, all right, when the National Guard got here, they sleeping on the floor. They ain't got no food, no fuel. They have no money at all to even run their operation. You know why? Because they're not under federal funding. So then what did Trump do? He deployed the U.S. Marine Corps out of 29 Palms. Now, 29 Palms, that is the worst base to send Marines out of, because they call them the war dogs. These dudes are they barely human. They're trained to kill, period. That's all they do. They beat the hell out of each other while they're in there, all right? They do all kind of shit to those dudes, man. These dudes are like off the chart crazy, all right? He didn't go to Camp Pendleton. He went to 29 Palms. It's called the 2-7, 2nd Battalion, 7th Regiment Marines. These are the worst of the worst, and those the ones that he get. that's mounted up in Los Angeles right now. 700 of them. Okay? So he's setting it up. You want to know why? Because the Marines are under federal funding. Now, all they got to do is, Northern Kingdom, all they got to do is keep cutting up, you know, busting windows out, burning up police cars and everything, which they're not all doing. They have what they call provocateurs in the crowds. These are people that are paid $6,500 a week to fuck shit up, break windows, throw rocks at police, throw Molotov cocktails to get shit inflamed, to get shit flamed up, right? To up the ante on everything. And then once it gets bad enough, then Trump can declare the Insurrection Act. And under the Insurrection Act, then he has jurisdiction over the National Guard, and then they'll get the funding. See how it goes? And that's what he's doing. Now, I don't know if y'all know what's up for this weekend, all right? The 14th, June 14th. That's Trump's birthday. He's planning some big shindig, all right? He want to mobilize the army. Oh, never, and not to mention they got special forces on the ground in LA now too. They got Navy SEALs and fucking special forces from the Army. Come on, man. Dude, he on some next level shit. But the thing is, he could do that because Northern Kingdom waving their flags, all right, on American soil. And they're saying, fuck America. They're burning the American flag, all right? And they're saying we're not going anywhere. So that's considered an invasion. That's considered occupied territory from an enemy combatant. They're fighting back. They're tearing up shit, okay? So now they have brought the whole house down on them, okay? Now, why is shit like this? Well, it's been a long road. See, next year, what Trump is doing for his birthday is he wants this big show of force. He wants all of these, you know, he wants the whole nine, man. The flybys, the Air Force flying over, the tanks and everything rolling down the street, all in his honor. Trump like attention. All right. Now, on the same day, you know what they got planned? They got planned this nationwide protest. Every city in America, and it's already arranged. Now, what's going to happen? I don't know. But if everybody start cutting up and fucking up on that day, and you start seeing shit, some of the hot spots have been, LA is the worst. And now New York is following suit. All right. Boston. Who else? Not Philly. There's a couple of more, Chicago, I think, Vegas, all right, they're all starting to follow suit and starting to bang shit up like they did in LA. LA usually is always a trendsetter for shit, just always is. Once LA started nutting up, then everybody else started doing it, right? So now, if that happens wide enough throughout the country, that's a reason to declare martial law. Now, there's already a curfew, established in LA from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. You know what they did to the protesters last night? It was only like 7:15. They tried to leave. LAPD surrounded them. They said, this is an unlawful gathering. They said, well, we trying to leave. They said, you can't leave. They said, well, what are you going to do? We're going to hold you here till 8 o'clock and we're going to arrest you. And that's what they did. They arrested every last one of them protesters. See, they going chicken shit now. This is to discourage them from getting together. See, they held them up and wouldn't let them leave. They let the press leave though. They let Fox News leave. And the thing is, the police, man, they shooting rubber bullets. They shot one dude in the head, and it was on camera. They shot another woman in the leg, a female reporter. It was like, bow. She said, ow. Them rubber bullets hurt. They're non-lethal, but they hurt like a motherfucker. They shot her in the leg, man. So all of this shit is coming down now. All of this is coming down. All right. So how did things get here? All right, y'all got to know something about history. All right. Next year will be 2026, right? America is going to be 250 years old. Now, do you know why that's so significant? Do you know? Let me get the precept.
Just happened in California.
This is Psalms 70. Psalm 75, verse 6. It says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but power is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another." Now, when it comes to nations, the Most High is the one that establishes how long they'll last, right? Do you know that except for the first Egypt, I believe everything from Babylon on up, do you know how long the lifespan was for any nation, including Rome? Was 250 years. That's five jubilees. Okay? 5 jubilees. Now, 250 years is 5 jubilees. America is going to be 50 years old. Rome split, all right, at 250 years. All right? 250 years. They split into Western and Eastern Rome, which became the Byzantine Empire. And then after that, Rome continued to deteriorate year after year until they were gone. Britain, 250 years. France, 250 years. Spain, same thing. They all went down, right? Now it's America's turn. America is going to be 250 years old next year. America's done, as you can see. Once it starts to splinter, that's it. And America's starting to splinter. Gavin Newsom is already talking about breaking away from the United States and making California an independent country. Now, y'all want to know what's scary? I watched these movies again. I watched Leave the World Behind, and I watched Civil War again. It hits different now, and I'm going to tell you what's funny. All right? Gavin Newsom right now is pissed off. He wants to take California out of the loop, right? Texas is pissed off, all right? They're talking about seceding. And guess who else is on the chopping blocks? Florida. Now, y'all want to know what's creepy? If you watch Civil War, those are the same 3 states in the movie that said they was going to break away, and there was a civil war. They was already letting you know where this is going. Now, when it comes to 250 years, there's more to it than that, all right? No country has ever made it once 1% of the population had more money than the 99%. That's where we at now. All these billionaires and tech gurus and all that, like Musk and all of them, and they own 99. They own the 1% owns more wealth than the whole 99% of the United States. Everybody working, everybody having their own businesses. All right, the 1% have more money than everybody put together. That's part of the 250 years. All right. They just lost $980 trillion. They don't know where it went. It just disappeared overnight. It's gone. America's broke. Trump is broke. Trump couldn't even file against the charges. They wanted $350 million for him to file. He had to go to court and ask them to get a reduction to $100 million because he said he can't afford it. I ain't never thought them words would come out of Trump's mouth. He can't afford it. He's supposed to be a billionaire. Well, apparently not. Maybe he's a billionaire in assets, but as far as liquid cash, just like Musk, that's what he's worth. That's not what he got in his pocket. And when them investors start pulling out, it drops his fucking worth. So all these dudes, they not as rich as they be putting it out there. All right. Now, we had the 250 years. We had the 1% over the 99 as far as the wealth. All right, that's off balance. What else is off balance is what's called the GDP, the gross domestic product. Now, let me explain what that is. The gross domestic product is like food and resources, right? So, no country has ever made it when it crossed the threshold of 130% GDP, gross domestic product. Let me explain what that means. When the nation has more people than it's got food, then the nation is on the verge of collapse. Now, I remember growing up, we used to have, bread was 2 for $1. You know, you can go to the meat market and get a bologna or salami from the butcher man by the pound. Shoot, you get a nice big stack of that, man, maybe $2 or $3, right? Get a loaf of bread for 50 cents. Milk was like, you know, it went to like 2 for $2.50, right? But if you notice now, milk damn near $10. Eggs, shit, eggs is high. You know, everything is high. Fish, red meat, steak, even chicken. We used to eat chicken wings because they was cheap, right? Now, even they high. Chicken wings is high. Ground beef is high. All right. The water is contaminated. That's the GDP. Now, how does that affect us? And what is it? How does it figure into the mathematics of it, the 130%? Well, I Googled the GDP for America in 1985, right? So in 1985, the GDP was only 33.62%, which means that the population, all right, it only took 33.62% of the food reserves to feed the entire nation. That's why food was so cheap. That's why bread was 2 for $2 or $2.50 and milk was cheap and all that, right? But fast forward, you know what the GDP is now? It's at 137% from 1985. So that means now that the population now, it takes 137% of the food reserves to feed the 100% of the people. That's why shit is so sky high. This is why they serving human meat. This is why they got this Beyond Meat and they trying to make up for it, because they ain't got enough cows, they ain't got enough chickens, they ain't got enough fish, they ain't got enough of anything to feed the population. So the GDP, the gross domestic product, has superseded, all right, the amount of people here to where they can supply food for. This is why they're trying to eliminate people and kill them off to bring the GDP down, so that and all it is these old rich fat cats that took all the damn money, all right? So they already know it's not going to feed the population. They have to raise prices, all right, to try to keep the shelves with food on them. No nation has ever surpassed that and lived. So not only do we got the 250 years, we got the 1% ruling over the 99 as far as the wealth distribution. We got the gross domestic product that superseded its ability to be sustainable for the population. All right. So all of the parameters, all right, are there. America is going to collapse. It basically already has. Now, what happens is the nations start to fragment once that happens. This is why Newsom is talking about pulling California out of the federal government and making it its own country. All right. Rome did the same thing. This is why Texas, same thing. Florida, same thing. This is why all of these riots and all this are going. All right. So this is when now all of these old rich billionaires and all that, they don't want to lose their money. So what do? They came up with that cockamamie ass idea about, you know, booyahing everybody up. This is why they're pushing for a one world government. They can no longer sustain everything and keep their wealth. So what do they want to do now? They want to enslave everybody. That's the next move. The next move is enslavement. 21st century slavery. And they're looking for people that they can enslave. Now, who's on the chopping blocks? Everybody. Everybody. But mainly the niggas, as always. We're always a top choice for that. So now the Northern Kingdom is getting bopped on. All right? And you're going to continue to get bopped on. This is y'all lot. See? This is y'all lot. Because y'all came in on the white man's card. We was brought here against our will. Y'all came here willingly to get over and to take advantage of what the United States had to offer from the civil rights on up. That's why on the job application they got white Hispanic. Why they don't have black Hispanic? Because y'all wanted to side with the white man. That's why y'all voted Trump in. But now he kicking you in the ass. Y'all can never be white Hispanic. Y'all are so fucking racist. All right? And this is why you getting what you get. Do I feel sorry for y'all? No, not at all. Because I've lived with it. Do you know they done shit worse than these damn crackers, man? Down here, man, where I grew up, well, all through LA, man, especially the projects. You know what a lot of them done, man, especially a lot of them Mexican gangs? They would firebomb houses of black people, man. They firebombed this lady, man. She was a single mama trying to make it. They firebombed her apartment with a Molotov cocktail to run her out of there. And then once it was replenished, they moved in a Mexican family. And that's what they do. They've been pushing us out everywhere. Pushing us out. But now that shit done got hot, now they want our help. And it ain't really the help they want. They want us to be their vanguard. They want us to stand before them and take all the bullets and everything while they sit back. Fuck you. You motherfuckers finna eat this shit. Every last bit of it. Say if you Northern Kingdom in here, you Issachar, you Ephraim, whatever, all love to you. A fucking Mexican, fuck you. Alright? And I know how dirty y'all are. Y'all done kept us from getting jobs. Alright? You got a job application, you go in there, you got Esmeralda sitting across the desk. She'll tell you never applied, even if you show proof. No, I don't see you here. And your name right there. Well, look, no, I don't need to see that. No, I'm going to have to go to the next one. They do shit like that. But then here come Raul. Oh, hi, Mr. Jimenez. Yes, we have you right here. They do bullshit like that and get away with it. So, no, fuck y'all. Y'all finna eat this. Yeah. And fuck you sellout ass niggas too. Sticking up for their ass. Alright? Y'all finna eat this pie. You baked it. And what makes it so beautiful, alright, is you did it yourself. Alright? Now, it's accountability time. I got more on the way, y'all. It still ain't reached 100 degrees, so I'm going to clip this video and I'm jumping right into the next one. Y'all stay tuned. Barakatah Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. I will be back in just a minute. This your King and Shepherd KD, and I'm out. Shalom.